Hi guys, it's me, Joseph Anderson again, and I would like to talk to you about a certain book that I have for Asian History Month for 2024, and this book is quite influential. It spawned a movie of the same name. It is with something I love and I would like to enjoy one day too. And that be this book, Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. And let me just say, I love the idea of this book. But I have read something recently that shed light on this whole book. And it talks about some of the false things that were mentioned in the book. So, without further ado, let me talk about this book, okay? I loved it when it came out. I think it was in 2000, let me see, 2000, let me see here. Yeah, 2005. And I was in college at the time. So I was much into my Asia phase of my life. And still am, by the way. And I would love to meet a real life Geisha because they are beautiful, they are very entertaining, very graceful, and more importantly, they're the most disciplined people I can think of. Yes, it's true that from the tea ceremony to the dances, they are definitely the most disciplined people I can think of. They're very demure, they're very elegant, and they're very sophisticated. They are trained to enjoy they're trained to know topics that their clients would know, like about business, accounting, wrestling, sumo wrestling, etc., etc. The board training, for example, among various other topics. Now, with this book, the main character of Sayori is pretty much a sub to be like a Cinderella-esque character because she's supposed to be a character that's like abandoned by parents for money, I think it was for supplies and food, and then she was sold to this geisha house in, I think, Tokyo to be the slave, the physical slave for a certain amount of time, and then she decided she wanted to be trained to be a geisha. Now, there is a factor in here that's quite creepy now that I think of it, now that I'm a more mature adult, or I like to think of myself as a more mature adult. I'll get to him in a minute. But for the most part, I had no idea about what it was involved in being a geisha. You know how it went along. I bought everything that this guy said as the gospel truth, or as the the simple truth. I'm a truth. So anyway, it was first of all, there is no such thing as telling your little girls to be geisha. Okay, that's false right there. There's no such thing as that happening. That does not happen. Maybe in America, prostitution and stuff, but geishas are not prostitutes. When you think of a geisha girl, that's a prostitute. But those people are not disciplined, and they're not they don't go to training to become geishas. They might do some other thing that geishas do by appearance wise, but they're just sex assaulters. They don't really they take on the cheap image of a geisha to appeal to people like me, people who are foreigners that don't know any better, that just want sex with a pretty Japanese girl. By the way, I don't want to have sex with any Japanese girl, so if that's what you're getting at, I don't want it like that. Yeah, I don't want to have to pay for sex. Any idiot could do that, but it takes real hard work to really get to know a person rather than just pay for it. Any dope can cheat that way to pay for sex, but I don't want to do that. So anyway, the thing with geisha girls is they just want the cheap image of being a hot Japanese geisha girl with no discipline, no makeup, no skill whatsoever, except in bed and other things that you have no knowledge about being a true geisha. Now, there is no forced labor for little girls in a geisha house. I mean, sure, they have to keep everything tidy and neat, and they have to make the costumes, present for clients and for other business affairs. But there's no actual forced labor. This guy, Mr. Golden, just took the word of a true geisha and made him into like a fantasy story about the little girl Sayori. Now also, you gotta point out here that I'm gonna cover here a picture of a girl with that's obviously Asian but with blue eyes. Now I don't know how common that is in Japanese genetics, but I know that it is possible to have an Asian woman or a Japanese woman in this case with blue eyes like me. But the only thing is, I don't know how what the percentage of that occurring is. And another thing too is that it's a lot more common than say albinism, for example, which I find very attractive at Asian women, but that's my personal preference. So yeah. There's also the character of Hexamomo, which is like this, I don't want to say evil, but like this vengeful, bad, geisha, like in competition with the real good geishas, Sayori. Now, Hexamomo is, based on a real character in the real biography of this person. And I don't know what the Golden made this person out to be like the most evil person imaginable. Probably just her being contrasted with good theory, but still, they portray that as being like that. And second, another thing too is that they portrayed the devastation of Tokyo and the surrounding area and the economic depression of World War II in the aftermath of us dropping the bomb on them on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They do that pretty accurately. However, I gotta say again, they don't have geishas in this sense have sex with anybody, for prestige or status as a status symbol thing. And now also a geisha in reality is able to have sexual relations with whoever she chooses. The virginity is not up for auction. It is not it's not like a perverted type of a thing where it's sold to the highest bidder for whatever money they have, for whatever money yen they have, they have in the book. Also, same point, they don't have they don't do the thing where they do the secret like cherry cake to the bidders like they do in the movie, or in the movie and the book too, because that's pretty disgusting to auction off of virginity and to show off, to give to the highest, the group of bidders that this woman is a virgin. And they don't do the thing where they do the evil geisha versus the good geisha, where they do, the evil geisha sets her up with like a horny, perverted old man, take away her virginity and stuff. And they don't do that to ruin her reputation. They just don't do that. Not in the civilized country of Japan, the land of the rising sun. Now, they do portray the importance of the geisha outfit, the kimono. Now, they do that pretty well in that they show how valuable they are and how much each thing means to people, the individual performers, because the kimono are like very intricate, very nice, very pretty, but they're also very constricting, because if you compare the Asian costumes, the traditional Asian costumes, like say the old guy of Vietnam, the long flowing dress with the two slits on the side, that's pretty, that looks pretty comfortable, pretty flowing and pretty airy. But if you take something like the Qipao of Chinese fashion, Qipao and the Changzhen, I think it's the long version, that looks pretty functional. It looks pretty airy, pretty functional, pretty sexy and all that. Even the Qipao looks a little bit tight, but you can still run around and say, the kimono, however, though, looks very, very distinct. To the point that you can't run with it. You have to do like a slow movement with it. Like a few inches here, a few inches there to move around with. And the sandals too, they look very uncomfortable for women. The men can just do whatever they want, of course. Their robes and their kimono look a little bit more looser. That and the fact that there's tremendous weight put on the people that do it. It's just because I'm shooting my video for where I do my weight training with my little vest and my wrist and ankle weights on. So that's hard enough, but I could hardly imagine doing all of that with like a kimono on too, a full Geisha kimono on. With the obi too. The obi must be it's like a big bow on the back of a big giant present. And it looks more like a pillow too, a big cushion. But it's all beautiful to me. Also, it's very unattainable beauty to me. Now, one thing that I have to wonder about, by right, some Japanese women are very light skinned. Like, I mean, like, they're almost pure white, like a piece of paper white. When you look at Geisha, you put a layer of makeup on that makes you turn ghost white with ruby red lips and stuff. I know that at one point in history they put black ink over their teeth. I have no idea why they did this, why they had teeth at all. That they were going to do that to the teeth. But to them it's beautiful. Yeah, I can agree that some aspects of it are beautiful, like the makeup, the lipstick, the eyes are pretty too. But I prefer my women to be naturally beautiful, but without like 1,000 pounds of makeup on. Now, on to the creepy stuff. In this movie, in the book and in the movie later on, they show Sayori as having a very miserable life, and as she's working her butt off. She's getting yelled at by her sisters. One friend being a fellow worker there named Pumpkin, and it's just miserable. She's running from here to there in the sandals and the kimono and stuff, and she owes the Okia money for everything, for room, board, clothing, costumes, whatever, whatnot, makeup too. So when she was at marketplace once, she met with this guy called the she saw this guy surrounded by like 2 or 3 geishas, and it was I wouldn't say love at first sight, but she admired him. She admired the women with him, and she wanted to be a geisha too. And this guy was, I think he's supposed to be like an old rich tycoon. He is a rich guy, and he played by Watanabe in the movie. In the book, in the movie, I don't know the name of the little girl, but she's considerably younger than I am. She's like, maybe 10 years old, something around that, like, little girl. And Ken is like maybe 40 something years old. Just an older man. And she keeps his handkerchief that he gives her with her tears. And he buys some chopped ice with some syrup on it. Yeah, it's supposed to be some kind of Japanese treat or something like that. Okay, this is okay. This is fine and dandy and stuff. But then they end up going into she ends up going into the hood played by Zhang. And it's quite funny that she's like maybe 20 something years old, lower 20s, but she still has an affinity for this much older man, this old rich man, which I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get a weird vibe from this because he's like maybe 50 years, maybe 60 years old, so there's a pretty big age gap in there. So I do find that weird. At first I thought it was very romantic and stuff, but then I thought that's kind of sick. Meaning you had your admiration of the little girl for this guy. That's fine, because you don't really know any better. But then when you get older, you get so attracted to the same man. You probably married with kids and with business ventures elsewhere. So it's kind of getting into eerie territory, because when the girl say turns like 30 years old, he's gonna be able to retire. So it wouldn't be so bad if the age gap was a little bit more smaller, like say 28 years. That'd be a little bit more acceptable, I think. But when it gets to be like let's say 40 years, then it gets to be a little uncomfortable. Especially she lugged this man and married him from, let's say, a kid. It resembles more of I wouldn't say incest, but the man is clearly older than she is, and he's more like a quote-unquote father figure to her, with no blood relation. So to have that become more of a romantic thing, no, I don't want to imagine that. But besides that, it's very, very nice. And I don't like the way they have, in the movie, they have, the girl, Sayori, being betrayed by Pumpkin. And Pumpkin is more of she's turned into the bad guy who's jealous and stuff. And they only have her featured very briefly in the movie. So yeah. But this book is like, say, 500 pages of fantasy romance. So let's say maybe about 200 of it is 250 of it is real and based on true fact. Whereas the other half of it, the other 250 about is fantasy. It's more fantastical than the handicapped kid, the handicapped counselor in Friday the 13th movie, Part 2, getting action from a complete stranger over the course of 2 days. That's why I consider that movie fantasy, because nobody in a wheelchair, no matter how buff, no matter how intelligent, no matter how much of a good personality, can't get a woman that quickly. I'm sorry, but that's just reality. I would say this is more fantastical than that movie for that reason. But otherwise, they portray they portray the historical event of World War II accurately. They portray the devastation accurately. But as far as the romance and the actual Geisha life, no, it's not accurate. The little girls in there are not on lockdown, not there by force, not there because it was told by the parents for money for supplies of food or drink or whatever the case is, alcoholic beverages or whatnot. No, they're there because they choose to vacation and they want to vacation. Besides, I don't think that the way for indentured servant, let's say indentured servant, to rise up the ranks to become Geisha. And on top of that, there's no way for a girl like this to rise to the rank of the top Geisha in all of Japan. It might be a higher rank Geisha, but the top, no, impossible. The woman that this is based on was actually the top Geisha. Now I don't have the book on hand right now in front of me, but I will be covering that in my next review book. So yeah, that one's got more of a better narrative of Geisha, of what it's called Geisha a life, and yeah, it's definitely got more basis in reality, because it's like an autobiography pretty much of the top Geisha at the time. And I would like to meet this person if she was still alive, because she talked about love, talked about Geisha performances, training dances, her occasional mess ups once in a while, the personality of teachers, the personality of her of the Hexamomo look-alike, the character that was based, the character that Hexamomo was based on. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no Michelle Yao character in the real thing. I think she was based on one of the characters that was supposed to help her out, out, and she's supposed to be one of the head people that help out the main character of the Geisha book. But as far as this goes, it's not a 1-to-1 comparison. The person that I'm thinking of is not a 1-to-1 translation with Michelle Yeoh's character in the movie, in the book too. I'm sorry, but I can't think of her name right now. I mean, let me just check her written pieces if I see her. Oh yeah, Ms. Waggate. That's the cherry popper ceremony thing that does not exist in reality. He just put that in here for drum purposes. Thank God. It's good. I think the guy was just comparing Geisha life with, say, life of kind of like a harem type thing. Like, oh, this one's the virgin. She's more valuable. That's not that's in Japan. My goodness. I think I'm a Tarasu. Yeah, if I get it right, I'm a Tarasu. But yeah, it's Hatsumaru. That's the name of the character. I guess she's supposed to be the evil stepmother or stepsister, I guess. Mahima, I think that's what it was. Also, I like the word "san" too. "San" in chat. San means, respectfulness. If I say, Joe's son, that means I respect him. Whereas Chan, if I say Mika Chan, that means I'm just friends with that person. Disrespect as far as friendship goes. And I will happily report that my friend and I are considering going to Japan together. Yay for me. And we're thinking about going there in January in 2025. So hopefully my father will come with us. Because I'm definitely going there with my friend. And we're gonna have fun over there. And we're gonna meet some real Geisha. Maybe not pay for the services, the dance and the company. I'm gonna enjoy some sights to be seen. Hopefully I won't run into Miss Osaka. Or Keiko, for example. No, my luck, I probably will, but but I don't see them. I'm looking forward to going to see the Anime Museum. Something in which you never heard of, my friend. Like, they have an anime museum. I said, of course they got an anime museum. They invented the art style of anime. How good and anime has gotten so huge over the past 50 years or so. They've got the wing they have. They have One Punch Man, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. They have Sailor Moon. They have Call Sakura, etc., etc., etc. I am tonight up. So I'm looking forward to that. So see, I use folders to read up on my travel places. And folders and folders are good, but I like to reserve special treatment for the places I really like Japan. They have folders for them. They have little colored pictures of them. Yeah, it turns out that Ken Watanabe's position was the chairman of some kind of a company. So yeah, anyway, I like this book, but I didn't take it with a grain of salt. And as such, I give this my happy face seal approval. Could be better, could be worse. For instruction to the world of Geisha, I definitely approve of it. And thank you for watching my video on the Memoirs of a Geisha book for Asian History Month 2024. It's really awesome, this book. I'm sure you know the historical stuff involved with it, with Geisha and among other things. So, yeah. And may I just say that Miss Zhang looks beautiful in a full geisha regalia. In the she looks so young, so beautiful. And here's a picture of the book on the back of the book right here. She looks breathtakingly beautiful, surrounded by tree blossoms, and even though she is Chinese, I have to ask you this: is it really such a problem with Chinese people portraying Japanese actresses and Asian people? I really want to know that. Or would you rather prefer for a Japanese woman to portray this lovely person? I know that with Ken Watanabe, they got a Japanese person to play him. And I'm assuming the other people too. I don't know about Michelle Yao, but she's on the main character again. Yeah, this is another movie that this is another source that I'm talking about with Michelle Yao and Zizai together. Almost like the buddies or something. Which is a good combination. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon had the fireworks like the Matrix. So I'll get into that when I get into that. But well, I already did that. But yeah. So yeah. Thank you for watching my video. If you guys like what you see here, and want to see more of my videos and such, you can always like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Or if you want any future content or future comments about my videos and such, you can always change the course of my channel by saying by having but you might texting me or calling me at 631-707-3707. And if you want, you can reach me at Pete Melton Pro on Twitter or X if you prefer. And my email is jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So I salute everybody that like Geisha, who like this book, who did their own research and could separate the good parts and the bad parts and the fantasy parts and the true parts. And peace out, my brothers and sisters. And I would really like to meet someone that went through the regular training of Geisha. I mean, I can't dance like that. Can you dance like that? So, aloha guys and girls that into the land. I'll see you in the next video.